Thanks, Riaz. Good morning. The search continues this morning for the driver who was behind the wheel of a hit and run in Port Coquitlam that has killed a teenage girl. It happened just before 3:30 at Maryhill Road and Pitt River Road when a truck slammed into a 15-year-old girl using a crosswalk. She was rushed to hospital in critical condition while victim services consoled her friend. The vehicle was a black Ford F-150 with a canopy, driven by an older man with graying hair. The truck may have front-end damage. After the collision, the driver stopped, got out, looked back at the girl before getting back in the truck and driving away.
This is a collector road. This is a main thoroughfare through Port Coquitlam. It takes you right down to the Pitt River Bridge, essentially. So we should see more witness involvement. We should be able to get more calls than what we've had already. It's more a case of just jogging everybody's attention at this point in time.
A cyclist is dead after being struck and killed in Burnaby. It happened at Sprott and Norland Avenue, very close to the 8 Rinks facility. The 50-year-old man died after colliding with a semi-trailer at around 4:45. The truck driver stayed at the scene and is cooperating with investigators. There's no early indication what caused the accident. And in Vancouver, a 13-year-old boy was hit while crossing Cambie Street at West 20th Avenue. A car slammed into him, sending him flying into a bus. The teen was taken to hospital in very serious condition, but he's reportedly been upgraded to stable overnight. The driver stayed on the scene and spoke with police. Vancouver's Cambie Street may be busier than it used to be during the overnight hours, but police are warning the public after a rash of attacks along the corridor. The 3 incidents happened in the early morning hours of September 2nd, 5th, and 8th around Cambie and 18th, 29th, and 55th Avenues. In each case, young women were attacked from behind but able to scream and fight off their attacker. He's only described as Caucasian with an average height and build. If possible, police ask you walk with a friend and avoid using headphones. The clock is ticking for a group of homeless people in the Fraser Valley who have been given a deadline by the city of Abbotsford to pack their belongings and leave. Greg Harper is live in Abbotsford with the latest. Greg?
Jody, we're here on Gladys Avenue in Abbotsford this morning. Behind me, this is home to around 20 people. But for how long? That's the question. The city issued a 48-hour notice yesterday, giving them 48 hours to pack up and move out. And some people, they relocated here after their previous site, which is also on Gladys Avenue, was covered in chicken manure. This happened in early June. There were a number of Abbotsford city officials that were implicated in that incident. The mayor ended up issuing an apology because of it. A local pastor is now saying the city needs to step up and find another location for its homeless, a site that is regulated as well. But for now, the people who are living here, they have until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning to pack up and move out. Where they go from here, that's the big question. Jody?
An ongoing story. Thank you very much. Greg Harper reporting live for us this morning from Abbotsford. MLAs will not be spending time in Victoria over the next few months as there will be no fall session in the BC legislature. The next session will not be held until February, meaning the House will have sat for just 36 days this calendar year. Government House Leader Mike de Jong says there's simply no pressing legislation to pass. The Liberals did hold a brief summer session following the provincial election in May. Adrian Dix will announce his future plans next week. The BC NDP leader has been under pressure to resign after the devastating election loss to the BC Liberals. He spent the summer reviewing what happened in the election campaign and reflecting upon his leadership. Caucus members are not speculating on Dix's announcement or their own leadership aspirations.
We have a convention in November, and the thing that's always been a concern to me is that there's some decision made prior to our convention, and clearly he's indicated that next week he's going to be making an announcement, and I will wait until then to see what he has to say.
Today marks the 12th anniversary of the September 11th terrorist attacks in New York City and Washington, D.C. This is a live look at the 9/11 memorial in Lower Manhattan. Names of almost 3,000 victims are being read out loud at this ceremony, and moments of silence are being held across America. U.S. President Barack Obama will attend services in Washington today. All right, it is 6:35 on the dot. Time to get you up to speed on the world of sports, and for that we head to the Connected Studios. Here's James Cebulski.